Think you know bodybuilding? Jump on the group page now and tell us why. Think you're a sick bodybuilder? Jump on and show us why. Have questions? Jump on and ask. Have the answers? Jump on and answer them. Check out Nick Wright Bodybuilding, the only community page for bodybuilders right on Facebook. What's going on, guys? It's IMBF, NPC, and OCB Team Bodybuilder Nick Wright. And we're back to part 2 of the trap training, alright? Apologize for keeping you waiting so long. Been busy with other business ideas, alright? Alright, if you watched the first video, you'll realize that 1, I didn't say alright 3 times in a row like I just did there. 2, I was using my camera, so it was much better quality. Today we're back on the borrowed camera because I don't have mine, so the quality of the sound is probably very poor as well as the picture. I apologize. Alright, and 3, you'll note that we covered what I start off with, which is heavy barbell shrugs, and you'll see the actual gym footage of my supersets when I'm training traps. And you can see that I'm shrugging the 120s and 130 for dumbbells. Alright, so check out part 1 for sure to actually see what I do. I'm going to get into the second movement I always do, which is the dumbbell shrugs. We didn't cover that before. Alright, now if something works for you, then by all means use it. I'm just putting out what's worked for me and what I recommend. Alright, number 1 is a little trick I always incorporate with dumbbell shrugs. Okay, 1 is that everybody picks them up, keeps them to the side, and shrugs up and down. Now that's fine. That's the real way to do it. I found a little trick that works wonders is bringing them to the front of you slightly and allowing them to touch. Now remember, I use the 120s and the 130s, so I don't have to bring them that far forward in order for them to touch. But when they touch, that allows you to push them together as you shrug up. And I find it gives me much more of a stretch and a contraction while shrugging. It's hard to explain. Give it a shot. See if you don't like it. Alright, another little trick is to bring your elbows slightly out, almost like you're rowing it or curling it as you shrug, ever so slightly, and this will allow you bigger range of motion to get that contraction. Alright guys, again, nothing fancy. Don't rotate, don't focus on pausing at the top for 5 hours and then coming down slow. Just up, down, very basic. Check out my dumbbell shrugs. When we left off with the question, when you see those guys in the gym, big dudes, good shape, grabbing like 40-pound dumbbells, okay, and shrugging, pausing at the top for 5 hours, and letting them slowly down, like they would a concentration curl. Is that good, or is that bad, or is it both? Well, the answer is, guys, it can be both. Like I said, it's all about what works for you. There's no textbook form, but whatever works for you is what you want to go with. However, I have found in my training over the last half decade of competing and whatnot that the big basic muscle groups that require basic movements like shrugging require basic heavy weights. Okay, the more fancy and intricate you try to make it, typically the less gains you'll actually get out of it. The traps are a very uncomplicated muscle in some terms. Okay, when it comes to the top of your traps, very uncomplicated. You're simply shrugging up and down, alright? Now, there's other techniques to that, but when it comes to shrugs, it's a very basic movement. There's not much to it. It's up and it's down, almost like calves. Basic and heavy. Don't worry about squeezing the top and letting it down slowly. Your traps are constantly getting worked indirectly when you pick up things, when you carry things, carrying books, backpacks, if you ever weed whack the lawn, whatever. Your traps are always getting used indirectly, so they need that heavy weight to shock it. Basic heavy lifts. Alright, now you saw in my lifts, the dumbbell shrugs and the machine shrugs in part 1, that I just up, down. I don't waste my time pausing, alright? Now, I'm not throwing it up and I'm not trying to hop it up with my calves, alright? You want to make sure you're in control, but up, down, up, down, up, down. That's all it takes, alright? I would not recommend getting too deep into it. Now, there's a couple other little tricks to hitting the inner traps, excuse me. I got 2 different muscle groups in my mind. Hitting your inner traps, especially the lower traps, alright? Because they do go down to almost the center of your back. Alright, in the first video I said girls love the traps. I don't mean the mountains on top of your shoulders, but I mean when you take off your shirt and you turn your back on the beach, they love that eagle-like muscle shape on the top of your back. It's a fact. So, how to hit that? There's little tricks here and there. Alright, a good trick is close grip pull downs, alright? You sit on a pull down set like you're about to do back, but grip it with a very close grip. And as you pull it down, treat it like you would a regular pull down. Have your elbows and your arms fall in the same motion they normally would, except now your grip is closer, so it'll automatically hit your traps. As you do this, focus on pulling your elbows back towards your traps. Feel your traps, the area you want to hit, that lower middle section of your traps. Pinpoint that mentally, and then try bringing your elbows back, almost like you're going to touch it with your elbows, which is of course impossible. And you can see where it's contracting. Right in that center back, and that comes out big time when you hit that back double bicep. Close grip pull downs will hit this nicely, okay guys? Another trick is any sort of shrug, whether it's barbell, especially machine, is to lean over. This works great with Smith machine. If you get in the Smith machine, you lean about 45 degrees over and you shrug. Now, you'll be shrugging up and down. The bar will be going up and down. But in terms of where your arms are in comparison to your body, you'll actually be shrugging back. So you'll be going up and down, but since you're leaning forward, it's going to be hitting your back instead of the top of your traps. And that'll hit the back inner lower section of your traps very nicely. You can see Nate Washington here doing it on the machine hammer strength shrugs. Nate Washington is a 24-year-old junior bodybuilder, all natural. He won the Jay Cutler Classic. I can't remember what weight division, but he won his division. Machine or cable shrug that you do, whether it's the hammer strength machine you just saw Nate Washington do, or it's the cable curls, which you can actually do. You get to the curl station where you would normally curl the cables, but you instead shrug them. That works wonders as well. But anything that you do that's machine or cable for shrug should be done last, simply to fatigue and burn out your traps. Free weight basic movements should always be the bread and butter of your trap workout. You follow that workout, you've been Nick certified. Thanks for watching, guys.
Working again, always working. You guys know it, always networking. Latest thing is I just became an affiliate with Maximum Muscle Mass and Stage Ready Nutrition. Brian Canone, the promoter of the Fitness Atlantic show, has found my channel and is having me work with him on that. A lot more marketing. Of course, I'm always doing work with RTN, my sponsors, traveling and whatnot, and I just signed an 18-month contract with Time Model Management, which is international. And now I just got another email about working together with a website, etc., etc. My point here, guys, is that you can actually take what you love to do and turn it into a career and make business off of it. So I'm going to be getting a video up soon about making business moves with bodybuilding. I get a lot of questions on the business of bodybuilding and how to make these moves. So people say don't get into the sport of bodybuilding for money, do it for the love of it. Well, anything you do it for the love of it. But if you can make money off of it, why not? So if you want to kick your day job and learn how you can turn what you love to do into a career, subscribe now and stay tuned.